Bannankyukakyuka ali eyo sembera kubanga kino kyo kikakatako nnyo. Bwe njogerera olunaku olwaleero bannankyukakyuka abali mu diaspora ngamba abali ate mu ggwanga amalala etitali Uganda bakoze okwekalakasa okubadde successful nga babadde ku kitebe ekya ICC oba giyite International Criminal Court nga balaga obutali bumativu obwa President Museveni kw'otadde ne mutabani we Muhoozi. Subscribinga watanaba kusubscribinga yeekumidde ku mukutu okola kyamaanyi video jimpere like ku speed y'amangu nnyo ate etambule tukekubira myandeetaza okumanya kweno information naddala omuwagizi w'ekibiina ekya National Unity Platform oba ate weyawagira enkyukakyuka Gen Muhoozi ye kaweddemu kubanga balaze obukodyo oba byali mugezaako okukola His Excellency President omulonde Robert Kyagulanyi. Byonna byonna mbikuleetedde akatambiko kawanvumuko naye nkusaba ate okawe obudde mu comment section obeeko n'ekyoyogera video jimpere like ku speed ate etambulire ddala ddala etuke ku buli omu. Katusimbulirewo mu video eno.
Power, our power,
people power. Yes, like to our audience, which does not understand Luganda, I was trying to say that we are here at the ICC to demonstrate. Of course, among other things, is the indictment of Museveni and General Muhoozi for the crimes they have committed to Ugandans and to, especially Ugandans. I'll not go into other people's countries. My concern is Uganda because that is my country. So we have handed in about 2 petitions already and we are still compiling. There's one we are working on and I think in the near future we shall be handing it in. So ours is to put pressure on the ICC and to see that they act against the injustices being carried out onto Ugandans by the government, especially the president and his son. And we shall not stop. We shall hand in as many as we can. Actually, last month, I think a month or so, we were here with people of Venezuela and they were also demonstrating. But before we knew, Maduro had been arrested. You never know. Ours is not going to be like Maduro's because, it is a different situation. But we are also putting pressure. We shall see indictments. We shall see all sorts of action being taken as we wait. We are not going to stop. We shall keep pressing and pressing until we achieve what we want.
comrades. That was some successful protest at the International Criminal Court. Talked to 2 press agencies. I talked to so many people. There were 600 people on the live. I will be editing all those lives shortly. Wait for it.
Well, Uganda, General Muhoozi has just crossed a very, very serious line. He is using racial tropes against Bobi Wine. But he'll do it to anybody. And what do I mean by racial tropes? He's using racial words that are not appropriate from someone who's of the same race. It doesn't matter who is saying it. It's not appropriate. And what do I mean? I'll say it like this. This is what he tweeted about an hour ago. Not even young, confused brother Kababi, he's referring to Bobi Wine, not even my young, confused brother Kababi is a Niger. No way, he is much better than that. That's what he is saying. The word he is referring to is Niger. Yes, he used that word. And he is the general of the armed forces. He used that word, a racial word. Well, I reported it because it's a slur. It's just not appropriate. But he goes on to tweet even more. So what does he say? He says, if my young, confused brother still wants to fight me, I'm more than ready to beat sense into him. That's what he's saying. He's referring to Bobi Wine, Robert Chaglani. That's what he's saying. If my young confused brother still wants to fight me, I'm more than ready to beat sense into him. He also goes on to say, Kababi thinks this ends at tweets. We are soon going to prosecute the National Unity Platform as a terrorist organization. I repeat, General Muhoozi is now saying that the National Unity Platform will be prosecuted as a terrorist organization. That's what he's tweeting. That the National Unity Platform, the NUP, which the President, Robert Chaglani, Bobby Wine has organized, will be declared a national terrorist. Yes. But only maybe in Uganda, and only if he can get away with it. But since General Muhoozi and Museveni are in control, it could happen. But I mean, you would think that it would go through the court system, but that's what he's saying. That the National Unity Platform is a terrorist organization. That's what he says, and those are his tweets for the day. But he did say about an hour ago or so that he was done tweeting, but that his quote account, which he says is not his, it's just a parody, but it's not a parody account. It's a real account, and General Muhoozi is behind it. He just says that because he just wants to get away with saying whatever he wants on that account. But he's also saying whatever he wants on his other account, which is his main account. So, yes, General Muhoozi using racial tropes and then threatens the National Unity Platform with being declared a terrorist organization. Well, it just doesn't stop, and it probably won't stop. So he is threatened by Bobby Wine. And Bobby Wine, the only thing he did was be an opponent in an election against his father to become president of Uganda. That's it. He's done nothing else because he doesn't like him. You don't need to like someone who's an opponent in an election. You don't even need to like someone, period, in general. So the general doesn't need to like him. He just needs to be more diplomatic, and pragmatic with what he's saying, because it just doesn't make sense. So for him to say all these things, I guess there's other things going on behind the scenes that I don't know, that he is angry about, but mostly too with the media, with those organizations I mentioned earlier. So General Muhoozi is on a rampage, and it's going to get much, much worse for everyone. Yes. So that's what I have. Anyway, I will come back because the day is still young for me, and I know it's later for everyone in Uganda, but General Muhoozi is just not done, I don't think, with social media for the day.